Hi, welcome back to a brand new coffee tech break with Jan. Today, I think I got a very special coffee tech break because I got one of my friends here from NETGEAR, Erik Lindeman, and a senior systems engineer from NETGEAR in the Benelux and the Nordics. Erik, maybe you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thanks, Jan, for the opportunity to have this video together. I think today we're going to explain a little bit more about the integration between Poly and NETGEAR, especially when you have to deploy one or maybe multiple video rooms.
So what I first want to show you is how we did that in the past. So if you wanted to work with NETGEAR, what you usually did, well, you got your X72 or you got your V72, you went here into the Lens Cloud, you went to Manage, you went to the software versions, and you went here to the room switch configuration, so the module room switch. You have that package and a module room switch package. In that package, you had a specific software version for the NETGEAR switch, the M4250, which Erik will talk about, and you had the configuration file. So you had to run both of them specifically on one device, but that's not scalable. That's not scalable just working on one device. So now, and we officially here want to introduce the support for much broader installation. You got multiple rooms, you want to manage them, and Erik and I we wanted to discuss that today with you. And Erik will walk that through here in this video in a step-by-step process. So talk you through exactly how you can manage multiple devices. We got multiple cameras, you got multiple microphones. You want to hook them up to the X72 or the V72, and how easy it is to configure that. Erik, yeah, if you can take us through that. And of course, don't forget to take your coffee in between, very important, because coffee is the lifeblood of Jan, and probably also of Erik.
Yeah, that's real true. Always cappuccino, so. Thanks a lot, Jan. I have shared my screen with my small presentation on it. And let's assume we have a normal ISP with a router firewall in our installation, and we connect the switch via the router firewall for our IT environment. And now we want to make a Poly meeting room. So let's start with a Poly Studio X72. Did you also have to tell something about the Poly X72, Jan?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So the X72 is a part of the all-in-one video bar. So the X72 contains a codec inside, so there's no separate computer needed. Everything is in there. It's based on Android. There's also the V72, and the V72 is something where you can also hook up those IP mics and IP sealing mics, which Erik will walk through, but you need a separate PC to be able to use that, or you can use the V72 in combination with your laptop to do a sort of BYOD. But these use cases are specifically for the medium up to larger rooms where you're able to add multiple, which Erik will walk through, seating, table, or cameras. But exactly, we will walk through the whole architecture here in this presentation.
Okay, and the good news, the X72 has two Ethernet ports. And one is to connect the Poly X right away to the IT environment. And we can also connect our Poly Studio control screen also to the IT environment. So you can complete the meeting room from the IT environment. And the next step is to hook up an LLN switch on the second port of the Poly bar. And you can use the NETGEAR V-Line M4250 9G 1F PV Plus switch. The good news is that port 1 to 8 is capable of providing a PV to power the devices we are going to connect. Port 9 we can use to hook up to the Poly bar. But we need separation between the Poly environment and the hookup microphones and the normal network and try to avoid all multicast traffic from the IT network and separate everything. So the good news is that this switch is also having an out-of-band management port, and we can connect the out-of-band management port right away to the IT environment with completely separation from the AV environment to the IT environment. And by this way, there is a strong separation, so there's no way to break through to the other ports. And also the multicast traffic will be separated from the IT traffic. So let's hook the switch up. Yeah, Jan.
Yeah, no, that's very critical point, or the separation of the ports. This is one of most of my discussions with customers, as you're going to use a separate port for management, out-of-band management, that they're going to separate that traffic. So there's no interaction between the front ports, the switch ports, let me say it, and the out-of-band management port. So these are completely separated inside the device. So that's very good security-wise. Yeah.
Security-wise also. And yeah, by this way we have an approach to connect both the NETGEAR switch and the Poly environment from the IT network itself. So what we can do else is connect the second port of the, we can also connect the management PC, of course. And on the management PC we can install NETGEAR Engage. And within NETGEAR Engage we can control all ports from the IT domain via the OOB ports for the different meeting rooms. I will show this later on. And we can use the second port on the Poly to connect the LLN devices.
And the NETGEAR Engage, Eric, is that running as a sort of service inside the network?
Yeah, you can install it on a Windows platform or on an Apple.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you can configure it also on a virtual machine. Whatever you like, it's free of charge. You can download it for free from the NETGEAR site. Okay. You can run it 24/7, and there are several ways of like VPNs and that kind of things to reach the Windows PC running or the Apple PC running Engage. And Engage can overview the complete environment. You can do the installation and you can do the management and the maintenance, and also do port triggers and that kind of things to keep everything on track and monitor everything.
Nice.
So that's very convenient for this kind of situations. And Engage is completely management suite with AV usage in mind. So we have a lot of success with the Engage part, making life far more easy. And when we have the switch connected via port 9 on the LLN devices and configured with Engage, we can connect the ceiling mic or whatever, IP table mic, also the Poly Studio E60 cameras, and make a complete working solution with good visible environment and also with good with good audio, because the ceiling mics and the table mics are you can position them wherever you like to have the best result.
Yeah, because I think this is an important one, because we see here multiple things. So we have them IP connected. This is, I think, very powerful. So it not only delivers power, but for integrators, it's very flexible to put the table mics or seating mics anywhere in the room. I think that is an important one. And also you actually connected here the E60 camera, which by the way can also be the E70. So we got the E60, which is the sort of analog camera, and we got the E70, which is sort of the digital camera, which is the E70 with the dual lenses. So both of them can be IP connected to the NETGEAR switch. Today, what is supported, I think, because we will probably get the question, 3 like seating mics or 3 table mics, or 2 table mics and 1 seating mic, but up to 3 of those mics are supported today. The number of IP cameras depends on the provider. So we just got, for example, an update on Teams to be able to support like up to 2 or 3 IP cameras. But as said, always check the release notes there on the Poly side, because this will change probably with every release. And and then you can use those cameras on the X72. You can use them and by select them in the Teams UI. so you can just switch between different cameras, different views of the users in the room. So then you are very, very flexible. So keep that all in mind. And of course, I will make sure that in the description, as usual here, I will give you some references to the documentation, to the release notes, to some of the reference guides to be able to support you there. But just some background on the number of IP mics and cameras, because I know we get those questions a lot. Thanks, Eric. Yes.
Okay. Now we have the situation where you have multiple meeting rooms, and that's also doable because every time you create a new meeting room, you can connect it the same way to the IT environment, only with 3 cables, like here in yellow, and you can scale out on the demand of the building itself, and you still have one point of management from the Engage PC for all those devices. So switches, of course, and LANs for the rest of the devices. So when there's a new firmware for the NETGEAR switch, you can update it with Engage. When you have to maintain the Poly Studios, you can use LANs to update those devices or configure extra devices. So I think that is making that the combination for NETGEAR and Poly a good workable situation, especially when you also need to remote support your customer.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, are you curious how Engage is looking?
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing which is also maybe good to know is the X72 by itself will update the peripherals here connected. So if there is an update for the E60 or for the IP or the IP seating or table mic or E70, be aware that the X72 or V72, where the devices are connected through over that LLN / Studio network, if there is an update, it will be pushed by the X72. So these are all those peripherals are all managed inside the software of those devices. So I think that is also very good to know. Yeah, I'm curious, Eric, because we want to see how easy it is to how can we assign like a profile to specific ports to make life easy for our AV installers to make this usable for our customers.
Yeah, and I forgot one thing to tell about the switch. This model has no fence. So the good thing is that it's rather small. You can mount it under a desk and there's no noise coming from the switch. So that's also a big advantage of this switch.
Very nice. Yeah. Okay. I saw even in the box when you have it, I saw there's even brackets in there to mount it under the table or on the ceiling. So there's all sort of brackets coming along with it. So I think that's also very good.
Okay, let's switch to Engage. This is NETGEAR Engage. So let's show how I can create a new location or a new customer. So let's go to Control Management. And I click on Create New Site. I can name the site HP Poly for the demo. Description, let's keep it simple. You bring also HP Poly in, and what I can do, I can bring in the site admin password. So all the NETGEAR devices will inherit the password by this profile. So I going to create a site admin password. So okay, good to go, and I'm capable of giving a password hint. It's not mandatory, but sometimes it's easy to recover passwords. The new Engage has also the possibility to create with multiple users, but I'm going to skip it for this part, and I can create next. Okay, I have the possibility to use a dynamic IP address. So if the site has a DHCP server, I can use it for the first time installation, and I can always give the switch a hard IP address whenever you like. I have to select my Ethernet adapter for control, and now I can click on next. The other thing is I can create also some wireless LAN inside of this application, but I'm going to skip it for this. So I click on skip, and I want to skip the wireless setup. Okay, and now I create a complete new site. So what I can do for now is go to the site, HP Poly, use the management address and click on apply, and switch to that location.
And you would create, Eric, normally for every site could be also a location or geography?
Yeah, could be a location.
Yeah. So per location,
if your customer has several buildings or several locations, you can create a location. And if the location has 20 or 25 meeting rooms, it doesn't matter. You can manage the complete situation for that location.
Yeah.
So, okay, now on the HP Poly side, I can go to devices, and it already discovered my new switch. So I can click on board, and because the switch is default reset or press out of the box, I can select the default password. I have the possibility also to get multiple switches or to reach multiple switches, get them in one step into Engage. For this time I have only one switch, so I click on single.
Right.
And for now it's going to do a check of the firmware version and that kind of things. For this time I already have used the switch, so the firmware version is up to date already and capable of working with the Poly profile. But yeah, for the first step he still is going to check if they're on the internet, if there is a new firmware. When there is a new firmware, you don't have to do anything. It will download the firmware for you, it will install the firmware on the switch, and then you're good to go. So what I can do now is configure one switch or configure the site itself. And I can go to site settings. And now I'm on the part of the profiles. And I can use create new profile. And then I can select the template. And when I scroll down, the HP Poly StudioNET Modular Room switch will come up.
So every like M4250 which comes into this site will get this profile.
Yeah, and there is one restriction. It's only certified for the M4250 9G1F switch.
Yeah.
You can order the switch with GSM 4210 PT.
Yeah, that's
other switches are not supported at this moment, which with in HP and NETGEAR, but maybe on future terms. And when the integration is a success, maybe multiple switches will follow up. But that's the time we'll learn.
Good point. Yeah, good
when
point.
I go to next, I see, okay, I have this switch. I see the Poly information. There is a standard color also adapted for Poly, and the only thing I have to do is click on next, and then I'm good to go.
And you apply this to specific ports?
No, you can only, all the ports are specific now for the StudioNET Modular Room.
Yeah.
Except for the out-of-band management port at the back of the switch. So now we can click apply. Are you sure you want to apply all network ports for the site? And now my Studio Poly NET switch is configured.
Very nice. And easy. Yeah.
And easy to do. So it's all the device, all the ports are already on the switch. And now it's, for the rest is plug and play, and as you can see, the switch is also in this situation connected with the out-of-band management port. I can see that it's online, and when I want to go to the switch to do some monitoring and do some checkings, I can click on the button. I see all ports are Poly red, so all configured for Poly. And I can do some read out some statistics and read also the devices connected to the ports. So if you hover over the ports and you connect an HP Poly device, you can see all the detailed information, IP addresses, and all that kind of things.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, and specifically what is important there is the timing, the PTP. So
Yeah.
this is, I think, what NETGEAR handles best, that you get with IP mics, cameras, the whole timing, right?
Yeah, it supports PTP transparent clocking, and for the size of the switch, this is very unique. And of course, there are a lot of extra parameters programmed by HP Poly to combine the situation that it's working flawlessly.
Yeah.
So at the time, the only thing what you can do extra is click on the pencil here and give the system a name for meeting room 1 or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
One, so you can also see the naming on the switch on SMTP. And then you're good to go.
Very nice
It's inherit the out-of-band IP address from my DHCP server. But if you want to create a static IP address, you can switch from DHCP client to static and bring in the IP numbers and the default gateways. Click on apply and you're good to go.
Yeah.
So that's
Super.
how easy it is to manage, to update the switch and to maintain the switch.
That's the whole thing, Eric. I mean, we went from like specific configuration and config file in the beginning. We're now here entering this whole management platform where you're easy to manage multiple the M4250s. It's able to deploy a profile, different sites. So I think this is really, really powerful and good to bring this message out, I think, to the field, to the AV integrators, and that they're able to use it. It's both supported by NETGEAR and Poly support. So HP Poly support is all behind this, so it's fully supported. I think that is important. You can now use generic version, no specific versions there, and I think great.
And the support is globally, so not only for the Benelux, of course, but it's globally, and all the development is done in the US by HP Poly US and my colleagues in the US. And support is around the globe, so I think
super well.
It's a good combination.
I think we did it. We did it. I think my coffee is finished, so I think we did a really, really great job. Of course, I think we got much more to talk about, but today we wanted to, agree to start this video and show them what's possible now today by using the integration with Engage and specific assigning StudioNET profile to the M4250, and we will put as much as information possible in the comments to make sure you got like all the references there. So that is all in the description available. And I can only tell you that Eric and I, if you're interested in more videos, we'll probably watch out for any new features or functions or things that you're able to
maybe
use.
The management of the solution itself.
Then we're able to do some more videos on that in the video together. Eric, I want to thank you.
You're welcome.
You were my first as a guest on my channel, and I think it's going to be really nice. And let's do more videos on this in the future. So all right.
Thanks for your time and also in advance for sharing the video. And hopefully we can make a lot of extra videos to inform you as a customer with the right solution for HP Poly and NETGEAR for the support.
Absolutely. Well, Eric, thank you very much.
Cheers.
We've done it within like one or two coffees, so I think we did a great job.
I think so.
For coming to my YouTube channel and looking forward to see you back.
That was great.
In the future again.
Okay, Jan. See you soon. Bye bye.